This is the Sony FX30, the newest camera in their cinema lineup alongside their other popular cameras like the FX3, FX6, and FX9. While the new FX30 in many ways looks similar to the FX3, it has a few key differences that make this an intriguing camera for aspiring filmmakers and content creators. The headline here is that the FX30 brings cinema features on a budget. At $17.99 for the body only and $21.99 with the audio handle included, it's never been more affordable to jump into Sony's pro cinema lineup of products. I remember just a few short years ago that you'd need to go into cameras like the FS5 or the FS7, both of which are awesome cinema cameras with a Super 35 sensor, but at a higher cost of entry. So what's there to know and love about the FX30? For starters, it has a 26 megapixel APS-C back illuminated sensor paired up with a Beyond's XR processor. This processor is what you'll find in the full frame Alpha 7 Mark IV, which means that you'll get real-time autofocus tracking, focus breathing compensation, and their focus mapping feature. When it comes to resolutions, you can film in 4K up to 120 frames per second, all the way up to all intra recording and 422 10-bit color, which gives you a much cleaner file and all without recording limits. The 4K resolution from the FX30 is actually downsampled from 6K resolution, so you're getting really crisp quality from this compact camera. You could even export 16-bit raw video through the HDMI port to an external recorder, which gives you a higher quality file to use if you plan on doing heavier work in post-production. Using the slow and quick mode, you could also capture high definition footage up to 240 frames per second, which gives you stunning slow motion that opens up a lot of fun and creative possibilities. The body of the camera looks nearly identical to the full frame FX3, so much so that if you happen to have any accessories for it, like a cage or anything like that, it will work just the same on the FX30. You have recording tally lights as well, which makes it easy to know when you start and stop recording. I had a couple of weeks with the camera to film various things, including testing it in low light, and I was really impressed at how the camera performed at higher ISO settings. The camera has a dual base ISO of 800 and 2500, but you could see here in these clips that the higher ISO settings, they still look good, and this is without any kind of denoising applied in post to these clips. Now, speaking of post, Sony has also announced that their popular Catalyst software will also be available as a plugin for Adobe Premiere. This will cut down the amount of time that it takes to add stabilization and prepare your video files, and I'll have more on that once I actually get it in my hands and I test it out fully. On the audio side of things, the FX30 has 4 channels of audio and gives you 2 professional XLR inputs for you to use your high-end microphones, as well as a standard 3.5mm input. You can manually control the audio using the dials and even provide phantom power to those microphones if needed. The handle also has additional mounting points for any other accessories that you might want to add, such as monitors, audio recorders, or anything else that uses a 1/4-20 mount. The FX30 also has dual high-speed media slots, so you could use your standard SD cards as well as high-speed CF Express Type A cards. The FX30 is going to be a great option for content creators and filmmakers who might already be invested in Sony's E-mount lenses, or maybe looking for a B or a C camera that gives them similar recording formats but at a lower cost. There's more details about the FX30 in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out and leave a comment and let me know what additional questions you might have about the camera, as I'll be doing a few more videos on it very shortly. Subscribe if you haven't already, and before you go, be sure to check out this video that you see here on the screen, and I'll see you there.